Hello, my name is Pamela Kuther, and I'm an instructional specialist for secondary mathematics with Richmond Public Schools. Welcome back to the Richmond Public Schools Distance Learning Modules. In this series, we will be learning Grade 8 Mathematics, where we will have a different focus each week. This week, our focus is 8.14b, Evaluating Expressions and Combining Like Terms. Today we will review and discuss the definitions to the following: term, like terms, and what it means to combine like terms. Before we get started, you will need a few supplies: your interactive notebook or a few sheets of paper, pencil or other writing utensil, and the Desmos Scientific Calculator. Here are the answers to yesterday's practice problems. Please take time to check your answers and make any corrections. In problem 2, just to clarify, you did need to simplify all 4 expressions, and the solutions were expression 1 and 2. Make sure you look at the answers there that are boxed. Before we learn our skill for today, we will need to familiarize ourselves with a few vocabulary terms. Please copy the vocabulary terms and the definitions into your notebook. One definition has a definition link next to it. Please click on it to reveal the definition. We will pause to give you time to copy that information. Now we are ready to look at the instructional videos for today, which will explain our skill. Before we start, please open the notes. There are 3 of them. Copy the notes and fill in the blanks as you watch each video. The videos are also linked in the presentation. When you are done watching all 3 videos and completing the notes, please return to this presentation. Now that you have learned our skill for today, we will look at some model examples. Please copy and complete the examples in your notebook, and feel free to jot down any additional information that is said throughout the explanation. Here we will look at 2 model examples. The first one says negative 6k plus 7k. Please write that down. As learned in the videos, when you combine like terms, you only combine the coefficients, which are the numbers that are sitting out front. So here I'm going to take negative 6 and add it to 7, and that will give me 1. 1 what? 1k. Also remember that the 1 is invisible or understood, and so we normally do not write the 1. So my final answer should just be k, because the 1 is understood to be in front of it. My next example is n minus 10 plus 9n minus 3. Here I'm going to identify my like terms. Notice that I put a box around the terms that have ends, and I circled the constant terms. As you learned in the video, the constant terms are just numbers. They stay constant, they do not change. So I have n plus 9n. We know that there's an invisible 1 in front of that n, so I just put the 1 there for us to see it. So I have 1n plus 9n equals 10n. Then I look at my constants. Negative 10 minus 3. And I say that as negative 10 because that is the first term that I'm reading for this pair. So negative 10 minus 3 gives me negative 13. So I want to bring these together to write my final answer. Remember to always write the constant term last. So my final answer is 10n minus 13. I cannot combine these anymore because they are not like terms. Now, here are some for you to try. Please write down each of the expressions, combine the like terms, and we will look at the solution shortly. Remember, when combining like terms, you want to first identify which terms are alike and combine the coefficients. If there are constants, you simply perform the operations. Let's look at the solution. In the first problem where we have 4p plus 2p, again, those are like terms because they have the same variable raised to the same exponent. So I simply want to combine the coefficients, which is 4 plus 2, that gives me 6. My final answer is 6p. In the next expression, notice I use boxes and circles to identify my like terms. This is a helpful approach. So I identify my terms that have ends. So I have 1n. Remember, I add that 1 there because it is understood. So I have 1n minus 5n, which gives me negative 4n. And then I have 4 minus 9. I read that as 4 because it has a plus sign in front of it, which makes it positive. So 4 minus 9. That gives me negative 5. To write my final answer, I bring that together, negative 4n minus 5. Remember, your constant term should go last. In my next example, negative 5 plus 9n plus 6, I only have one set of like terms, and those are my constants. Negative 5 plus 6, which gives me 1. The 9n, I just bring that down because I have nothing to combine with it. But remember, I need to write my final answer in the correct order, which means my constant should go last. So my final answer here is 9n plus 1. That concludes our lesson for today. During your remaining work time, please complete the practice problems. The answers will be in tomorrow's video, as well as the online practice. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe.